Mhm, mhm. Da 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 da. Monday, Monday, Monday. It's a Monday, not a fun day. I'm trying to rhyme words that rhyme with Monday because we're so gay. Oh, wait. Maybe some of us are. Maybe some of us aren't. Today we have the awesome bum crack picker all the way from God knows where, England. Flip it good. Javis Spires, the infamous lag from his mama's basement. Hello, wee Jeannie Regina. Little Debbie. Sexy arm. Yeah, baby, look at it. Ooh. Start your little tan. Little summertime tan working. Yeah. Yes. Give it to you. Uh-huh. Do you guys need to get a room? Oh, little. Oof. James. You need a cameraman. Y'all are awful. Major win. How you doing, Doug and Rowe? Paul Rose. Primo Chemo. I ain't got no perky. That's up to somebody else to do, Primo. I got Porky. He's got Perky, I got Porky. To mow or not to mow? Oh, Lordy. Chat's moving fast. Y'all are active this Monday morning. Aloha. Bumcrack confided in me that he actually lives in the Congo. Well, I suppose there's worse places. I bet it's humid there. Let's see, the Congo is right on the equator, isn't it? So it wouldn't be having a winter or a summer much. Porky works. Yep. I'm pretty full. I had been losing weight since the beginning of the year, but here the last week or two, I put 5 pounds back on. I'm like, you stupid. How did you do that? I don't even know how I did it. I've been getting on my treadmill to get my walk on, and yeah, I guess at my age, it doesn't take much eating to gain weight. If I ate when I was 30, the same amount that I eat now, I would weigh 120 pounds. And there's the old man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He lived deep in the crack of the bum. Yep. Ping G, I wish I could lose weight. It's hard when you get our age, Ping. Dang. When you get as old as Tom and me, losing weight, it's tough.
It is.
I guess we're just not as active, chasing chicks or carousing or driving up and down the strip.
Planting 40 acres, all that kind of stuff, you know.
No, I never planted 40 acres. I have stacked hay in a barn before. That wasn't any fun. Uh, Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your private parts and abide by our community guidelines. No fisting in the chat.
Oh my God. Boy, Bumcrack's wound up this morning.
Yep.
If I get up and leave all of a sudden, it's because I've got a heating and air conditioning guy coming by.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
you don't want them to stand at the door and then leave because you didn't answer the door within 10 seconds of them
yeah,
ringing the doorbell.
absolutely.
You can't have heating and air conditioning, guys.
It's too hot for this thing not to be working as efficient as it's supposed to.
No, no, the crazy. I didn't weigh. Let's see. The least I weighed when I was doing the marathon was 155.
You used to run marathons?
Tom,
I don't remember that little bit of trivia about you.
you don't keep up very well.
Well, once a marathoner, always a marathoner. You're supposed to be out there running with the old people that group.
I know. I got no excuses. But
Got, a guy told me one time he likes saying he runs 5Ks, which he does, because he said Americans don't know how long 5Ks are.
I do. They're 3.2 miles.
Yep. Most people don't
But
know.
most of the most of the fun runs I've done were 10Ks, 6 miles, 6.2 miles. Yeah, 5K is about 3.1 miles.
Yeah, most of us was.
But I did run 3 full marathons. I did the Houston Marathon 2 times, and I did the Amarillo Marathon 1 time.
I had a roommate that he was in the marathons and he ran them all over the place. Matter of fact, he ran the Charleston Bridge run, and I rode my bicycle. I rode a bicycle while he ran, because you ran across the new Cooper River Bridge, which has been torn down, and run back across the old Cooper River Bridge, which has also been torn down. And the old Cooper River Bridge was spooky as hell, especially because it was run at night. And so when the fog would start moving in, you'd drop down to one of the low spots on the bridge and you'd be in the clouds, and then you'd come on top of it, coming out of it. And then you had to watch out for the stray ghosts because a lot of people jumped off that bridge. So it
Robin,
was haunted.
my eBay was pretty jumping this weekend. I got 18 orders going out for $650.
Nice, Todd.
That's a pretty big weekend for me. I sold a mantle clock, 1930s mantle clock for $100. I sold a Monopoly game. Yeah. Sold a scuba vest.
Good.
I think I have one item of scuba left after all that stuff I picked up. Oh, and the exciting news. Are you ready for it? Give me a
Hit it.
drum roll. I
You
sold some electrical plugs.
Okay,
Yay! My first
good.
my first sale of electrical plugs. I sold 8 of them for $25 free shipping. So that works out. That nets out about $1.75 a piece.
Wow.
What?
Kill it.
And I have 2,400 of them. What's a what's $1.75 times 2,400 times 1.75? If I sell every one of them, that's $4,200. Da da da.
I thought you don't say you sold 100 of the toothbrush holders.
Oh no, I haven't sold any of those yet.
I sent an
I've given
email.
some away.
I've sent an email or a message to my niece who is actually my niece-in-law. She's working with their school church's VBS this year. So I told her if they need any craft items like toothbrush holders to let me know. And I donate 100.
Who's
That
Zorana?
that'll cost me what, $4 plus shipping?
Did I miss somebody? Oh, I missed somebody. Zorana, yeah, we're a bunch of resellers mostly, and in my case, a few silver and gold stackers on top.
Um, Anissa, I concur with that. If talking was connected to weight loss, I would be about 130 pounds.
Now, Chastity, did you sell the orangutan and the lampshade to the same person? Not worth your time. Come on, man. It's easy peasy. Person bought 8 of them and shipped them off. It's no problem. Got my 8 by 8 by 4 box, slapped them in there, sent them on their merry way. And I just need to do that about 800 more times. A minimum age of 72 to be a silver and gold stacker. Well, darn, I shouldn't. I'm not that old yet, so I need to. I need to
You know,
just throw
my
throw
mom will
all
be
of mine
90
away.
this year.
Nice.
Good morning, little Debbie.
If something on sale to send to Europe, Zorana, I use the eBay International Shipping Program, and what that is if you sell something internationally, it goes to an eBay warehouse to be repackaged, and then eBay takes over from there to the country. Plus, they take care of all the frou-frou about um,
Tariffs and
tariffs and VAT
what's it?
tax and
Yeah,
all
VAT
that.
tax.
Um, and it's usually pretty expensive for an international buyer to buy something from Americans because shipping is so high. Yeah. But yeah, in the strictest sense, I ship all over the world. There's at least as many countries as eBay will ship to. There are a few that they won't, like they will not ship to Russia now, and they will not ship to Iran. You know, there's some places they will not ship to.
When somebody buys something that has to go through the through the international shipping program, do they get a quote before they buy it? How much it's going to cost for all the VATs and tariffs and all that kind of crap?
Yeah, they put it in their cart and they go to checkout, and it will show every penny they have to pay.
So they have a chance to back out if they don't want to pay it.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. They have that information before they pay. Yes. Otherwise, we would probably have a ton of cancellations from foreign buyers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially when you've already shipped it to um it used to be Kentucky, wherever they you ship it to now. Um
I do not have a metal detector for sale now. I have sold a couple of them before, but I don't have any now. Anybody in the side chat have a metal detector to sell? But I don't know. I don't know how someone could sell it to. Where are you from, Zorana? Are you like a Udovika? That sounds like Ukrainian or something like
Yeah.
that. Udovika, however you say it. You need a good one, but a cheap one. It
Oh,
would
Croatia.
Zorana, don't want to. Croatia, yeah. Um, it would probably be less expensive for you to just buy one locally. I don't see how someone would be able to ship it to you without a fairly large shipping cost. And then there would be VAT. I don't know if you've got VAT taxes. I don't know.
Either that, or it might be cheaper to find who all is in the UK in the chat. It might be cheaper to ship it looking at a UK buyer or a French buyer. I mean, excuse me, seller.
Yeah, like Bumcrack Picker, he might be able to find you one and ship it to you, but or perhaps who's the other Brit we got in here? Um, somebody else is Brit. Darn it.
Like you're everywhere. Uh, Doug, this is not a Tiger Woods shirt. This is a uh, just a red shirt I put on this morning because I like red.
Okay, I promised myself I wasn't going to buy a whole lot of new stuff before taking our vacation. But the local auction had an auction end yesterday and I couldn't help myself. I bought $539 worth of stuff. I got some pretty cool stuff for not too much. So I'll be going after I get my shipping done today, which will take a while. 18 orders, and some of it's kind of hard to pack. Like that mantle clock is 21 inches wide, and I gotta pack the pack out of it because it's got a glass face on it. And so, well, here. Let me screen share what I sold. Not that this is a what sold show, but it's my show. Y'all just suffer.
While you're doing that, two hip chicks. I'm glad to see that there's an intellectual in this group. That you know that red shirts are usually the first to be removed from the show on an away team on Star Trek because you can't really say the D word.
The damn word.
No, D word, you know, as in unalive.
Dumbass.
Yeah, that too.
All
Because
right, so
they,
here we go. There's my first order of electrical plugs. I'm so proud of myself. That could turn out to be a good buy. Yeah, I still got some
well, you've already paid for it now, haven't you? Everything else is
yeah.
free.
No, I paid $160 for the whole pallet.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I got a pretty long way to go to pay for all of them. I sold some vacuum cleaner filters. Yeah, I still got some of those. There's the scuba vest. I sold a cowboy hat. I sold a figurine. Some figurines are still worth a little money. This one went for 22.49. Isn't it crazy? Uh, in this economy, you don't. If you sell a collectible, you're doing darn good. I sold a staple gun. Here we go again. Bradford Exchange hummingbird plates. In this economy, who's buying this stuff? I mean, I don't care. I'm glad I sold them, but we've talked for over a year now about how bad the economy is. I
Well,
sold.
that might be an interior decorator might be buying one of those for one of those rich California folks. Yeah, let me address something real quick. Like, yeah, that phrase is unalive is what people say now instead of the D word because YouTube doesn't like that word being thrown about.
Dead?
Yeah,
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I'm
what
just
you call
saying.
somebody who dies. They're
Yeah,
dead.
they're dead, but they don't like. Ever since the pandemic came about, they have not liked that word, and you will
Huh,
see all the big YouTubers using unalive.
really?
Yep. There you go.
Sold a
There's your
University of
YouTube fact
Miami
for the day.
hurricane hat.
Yeah, it's offensive to the unalive crowd, Anissa.
There's the Monopoly I sold. Look how
Sephora.
organized look. I wrapped up all the money in little shrink wrap, boy.
Dang. So what is the squares on it?
The squares.
Yeah, the property.
It's
Is it still
makeup.
this is what?
Makeup.
Ugh.
Sephora is a makeup company. See, you
Okay.
got
I
eyeshadow place, and you've
okay.
got you've got face brush place. You've got perfume place. You got Rue de Toilette.
That's rude
Uh,
to
you,
Charlotte.
you got Blow Dryer Boulevard. You got Eye Curler Lane. Sephora. It's a makeup company. Do,
Okay,
do, do.
I thought they were that cooking store, but I got it mixed up. What is that one called? You know what I'm talking about?
Sold a climbing harness. A what?
The store that it's got all the fancy cooking stuff.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Best
that's
Buy.
the boy. Are you retiring from mountain climbing? Is that the reason you're selling your harness?
Yeah, I gave it up.
Uh, Sonoma. That's
I
it.
sold 7 Funkos for $58.
Kent, you're just so damn smart.
I sold
Williams and Sonoma.
some
That's it.
palm leaf bowls. I sold some boots. Turned a lot of my boots and a Stetson hat. These are lizard with gray uppers. And I sold. Okay, here's the clock. Yeah, that's going to be hard to pack. I mean, I know how to pack it, but man, it's. Look, I put a little video with it. Da, da, da. And here we go. Here I'm talking about it. Showing the movement going.
Todd will be back in a minute, or I hope to be
Showing
back
the
in a few
gong going.
minutes.
Okay. So, yeah. Mantle clock. I don't know why I buy big crap that I have to ship, but I do. I don't know. I just take I just take a video with my iPhone, and then I think there's a limit to the length of time it can be. Like, I think somebody said 2 minutes is the most you can put on the listing. Yeah, videos are good to put with a lot of products because if it's got a moving part and you need to show the moving part moving, people are people are more likely to buy something. Like if you got a video and they can hear that your stereo that you're selling is actually making music, then yeah, you'll be more likely to sell it than somebody who doesn't have a video showing it working. Yep. Mhm. Pineapple addiction? What? Uh, we might be family to have a popcorn addiction. Yeah. Remember Jiffy Pop? Are you too young to know Jiffy Pop? Or do they still have Jiffy Pop? We used to do. Mom and Dad wouldn't get us Jiffy Pop because it cost more than regular popcorn. Mom always made it in a skillet with a lid.
Um, Doug, you or Penny come in and hang out with Todd. I'm gonna be a few minutes, please,
Okay.
or somebody else.
Tom's got to go take a dump.
No, I got to spend some money. I probably.
All
Anyway,
right. Yeah.
I'll try to get back in here before you wrap it up.
Tell the HVAC guy I said hi.
Okay.
There's the link if anybody wants to jump in. Yeah, Doug, you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing a show today. You might as well hop on here for a little while. So yeah, man, I sold 18 items over the weekend for $650. I'm like, boom. You're not Doug. You're Ping. Or maybe you are Doug and you just changed your look.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, it's piano time. Ping's playing around. How are you, Ping?
Yeah, where's my background? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
oh, oh, wait a minute.
You're, you're freezing up a little bit.
I need to mute.
Mute the crickets.
There we go.
Mute the YouTube side, yeah.
Okay, now what?
I like your floral top you got working.
Oh, yeah.
You look sassy. You look so sexy.
Okay.
Sassy. Is it
There we go.
possible to be sexy when you're our age, Ping?
I don't know.
I don't know. They do have, they do have models for over 60s, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Usually
And
on retirement commercials, but yeah.
and I do get asked to dance on Thursdays, so it's
Ron,
not all bad.
our trip is in about 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Here we go. There's Doug.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Hi, Doug.
You said you were going to
Morning,
come
Ping.
on, and then Ping showed up. I thought, Doug, man, you changed your look.
Yeah, you got bonus points, man. That's awesome.
Well, I heard my name, so I thought, okay, I'll jump in.
That's great. We're always happy to see you, Ping. How's everything going for everybody?
Good for
Going
me, man. I
good.
sold a bunch of stuff over the
Yeah.
weekend.
Best
Yeah,
weekend I've had.
that's nice.
But then I spent every nickel on it for more stuff.
That's the way it goes. Ping, were you sharing that you had some sales too?
Oh yeah. I've had, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it? 5 items. But that's the most I've had in a weekend.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. 5 is solid. That's great for.
Yeah, I had one return for $80.
Ooh, those are
Yeah.
lame.
Look, Doug's playing the sexy card too, showing off some chest hair. Got
I know. I was like, that's fine. I'm pretty just straight up. Whatever I am is what you get. So
got
look at
the.
this. This I'm going to be going through after I'm done with my regular day job today. This
That's a
whole
big pile
stack
of clothes.
yeah, that's about 2.5, 3 feet off the ground.
Ooh.
Just a pile of
Dang.
vintage stuff. Over the weekend, I went through like 32 bags. And they're huge industrial, like black trash bags of clothing, getting them all sorted. For some going down to Mexico, some that we got to clean, and then some that we're going to start listing this week. So
Now,
my back's sore.
do you pretty much list everything that you buy?
Actually, no. It's ultimately about like 60 to 70%. We buy in huge lots, and then what we do first is we first sort the stuff that we know is garbage. Like we're talking like Karen Scott, and then it's got a hole in the blouse or something. I mean that we would just sit on forever. That kind of stuff we bag up and we get ready for either the next trip we go down to see Rose's parents in Mexico, or the next time they come up. And so like right now we've got about 14 bags in the garage that are just loaded to the hilt with clothes from Mexico. So that's the first sorting that we do. Then after that, we have to sort what is ready to be listed, where it has no smell and no stains. And then everything else we evaluate a second time, whether it can be cleaned, should be cleaned, and then it can further be sorted to go to Mexico. So that's why it's good. We don't really waste very much. Like pretty much the only stuff that we throw away is clothes that are truly threadbare, and or stuff that we know if we send down to Mexico will be offensive to them, which is that can fit quite a range of things too. Where so like for that kind of stuff, we just either toss or redonate. But yeah, but it's nice. We have very little waste for the whole process. It's just the only challenge we really have is sometimes we don't have the time to go to Mexico, where Rose's parents aren't planning to come up, and then we get kind of a backlog. But we've got a few friends now that we've just made contact with that they actually go down to Mexico because they also have family down there. And so we're getting like a little caravan of people that are willing to take at least a few bags with them. So we don't really fill up too bad.
So if you get a shirt with the arrow pointing sideways that says "I'm with shithead," that one doesn't make it cut.
That one might be fine, just because they really like they wouldn't really care about that one. And what's cool too, I mean, they're so crafty that in many cases too, if it's something that they don't like, they know how to like just either like they'll sew over it or they'll paint over it and everything, and then just a shirt's a shirt. In many cases, they'll just put it to work.
I used to work at Home Depot, and you could tell when some of the crews had visited Goodwill for their clothing, because every once in a while a guy will walk in with like a Barbie T-shirt on, and he's a big tough construction worker, but he's got on a Barbie T-shirt,
That's some confidence right there.
He's just, well, I don't. In a lot of cases, I don't think they know what it is, what stuff is.
Yeah.
Because in a large amount of cases, they don't read English. If you catch my drift, so
yeah.
But yeah, it's funny what some of those construction crews will come in wearing at the Home Depot to pick up product to go do a job.
That is so funny. Yeah, I mean, it is great now down there that like they're advertising for all kinds of companies in the States and everything. They don't know where those companies are or what they
Yeah,
do and everything. But hey, you know, a shirt's a shirt, and it gives a worker something to wear.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
so I keep it moving.
A coworker jabbed me in the ribs one time and said, look at that guy's shirt." And I looked over there, and it had the arrow pointing down that said "baby" on board. And
That's pretty good.
it was a
That's a
it
good one.
was stocky dude, and I thought, oh my god, baby on board. There you go. Uh,
That was really funny.
I mean it. If you just need a work shirt, man, anything will do. But
That is yeah. I mean that's the truth of it too. It's so funny. I mean, it actually makes us really appreciate just what we have because they're so grateful. They'll get stuff that like we would absolutely otherwise just we wouldn't even redonate it. We would throw it away. And to see them get it and be so grateful and immediately put it to work and then they'll work on it, like they'll sew it up, fix it up and everything. It is a really good reminder that like in many cases we give up on stuff way earlier than we at least than we can. I wouldn't say necessarily should in some cases because also too like you don't want to wear a shirt in a professional environment that is unprofessional and everything. But you might have an old piece of clothing though that makes a great shirt when you're going to sleep or whatever. So it's just a really good reminder to like look at something and see if we can stretch its value a little bit more. So that's
Paul
been a good.
Rose, you're in the UK, aren't you?
Yeah, I think Paul is.
How is it for you to ship to Croatia, Paul? Is it just as expensive for you to ship to Croatia as it would be from Texas or California or somewhere?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a lot of fees, or is there, Paul? Is there really any fees like if you're shipping from the UK to the rest of the European Union?
I'm sure they've all got VAT taxes. If it's not
Hmm.
of course, every country's going to have different taxes, but you still have global shipping program with eBay, and you still use that. Okay, so yeah, you're like us. You don't even see how much it costs someone from Croatia to buy a metal detector from you. Okay, question answered. All right. So how many orders you got going out, Perky Bill?
Today, let me see.
From your weekend of awesome sales?
Yeah, they were all right. We have 10 items going out.
Ha! I beat you. Ha ha ha!
10 sales. I hope you beat me. I hope you crush me, man. How many you got going on?
I have 18. Let me brag about it. I've got 18 going out.
Man, you're not only like beating us in the dirt, man. You're dunking on us with 18. That's rocking.
Of course, Beard would come on here and say, "Oh, I've got 58 going out. Man, I've got a lot of packing to do."
No, that's really cool.
Between
We've learned so
his
much from you guys
fulfilled,
actually since we started joining this chat. It's been fun.
between his eBay and fulfilled by merchant, yeah, he always has a bunch going out.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. He's encouraged us to at least consider Amazon, but I don't think we want to be on that relentless of a schedule. And I mean, for me, eBay's already my kind of like second job. I don't know if I want to be taking on a third with Amazon. Like,
Oh no, Beth beat me.
oh,
No.
nice job, Beth. How many you got going out today?
Of course, she sells stuff that people want. But wait, I had there was 7 Funko Pops in that order, so that equals 6 more.
Oh well, you didn't tell me we're counting double sales, Todd. I mean, that changes everything.
Oh, so you
Actually,
sell like 10 to one person and 6 to one person and
yeah, if you want to count like a lot of anime books and all that kind of stuff. But no,
wah,
that's
wah, wah.
wow, 20 packages, 32 items. You know what? Congratulations there. That's super cool. Way to
Yeah,
go, Beth.
she wins the morning show prize.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's win for one of us is a win for all of us. If we get people interested and excited about going to eBay and everything, that's cool.
Mikey,
McDoodle.
you better get the listing. You're falling down on the job. I bet Bridget. Have you met Bridget yet, Doug?
Uh, which Bridget? There's like 2 I think I'm aware of. One of them is Spam Banshee.
No, Bridget Baker is. She's in New York.
Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with her.
Upper New York, and she's just a listing fool. If she doesn't get 25 or 30 listings a day, something's wrong.
That's really cool.
I get 5.
Hey, that's great too. Just having
Yeah,
consistency makes such a big difference.
Bridget will have 995 going out.
Woo!
She's
Yeah,
She buys good stuff. She sells good stuff. Jeez. She's a monster. She really is.
that's amazing. Well, it's nice too that once you get at that level, you get such a nice buildup of people following your store, and they're very attentive to when you got new releases going out. Like you really do get some groupies going on for stores at that level. We're definitely not there. We've got close to 300 followers of our store. And it was funny that like then we joined Poshmark and it was like we had 300 in like the first 2 days, and we thought it was going to work the same as eBay, and we realized everybody just follows everybody's store on Poshmark. But
I don't even know how many followers I have. Let's see. 575. Is that a lot? I don't know.
on your eBay store, I think that's great.
Is it
So
great?
we've been at it now for 4 years, part time on eBay, and we're at like 293. So yeah. Actually, what we're thinking about doing, which might be kind of fun, is because Record Crate, we bought a bunch of records from him, and he reached out and he's like, "Hey, you guys mind doing like like an unboxing video?" I was trying to think of the word. He goes, "You mind doing an unboxing video?" And we're like, "Sure, we'll go ahead and do that." And then at the same time, we bought stuff from James, the Great Reseller Life, and also we got something from Primo Chemo, and so either today or tomorrow we're figuring out when, but we're going to do kind of a little unboxing video, and we're thinking about doing that just to support the community, like every once in a while doing an unboxing video from different individual stores, but a lot of folks don't like to share their stores on.
So are you buying stuff from them to resell, or are you just supporting their store?
Probably both. Yeah, we always joke that in our household, if it doesn't have a heartbeat, it's always on the list to potentially get sold. So yeah, it's very possible. But at least for the first round of the records from Record Crate, we actually picked them because they're pretty nostalgic. Like we wanted to go ahead and enjoy them.
This dog has it easy.
So sweet. Actually, it was our rat. We always call our dog the rat, and our landlord was very confused when we had some leftover steak. We went out to dinner with them one time, and my wife and I were talking to each other like, "Oh, we got to go home and feed the rat." And the landlord was like, "You guys have a rat?" And we're like, "Oh no, sorry, that's just what we call our dog," which they were where we have. What is that rat? She usually is. Oh yeah, there she is. Our dog's kind of doing the exact same thing, but she's She's out in front of me there. Now, Ping, for your crickets, do you even hear them anymore? Like, do you ever hear the crickets? Because, I mean,
there are some days when they don't make noise.
Really? But it's
Yeah.
just today that they're just living their best life.
Yeah. And I don't know what causes them to do whatever it is. I don't know. They rub their back feet together to make that noise?
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay. So I don't know what they do to do that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was just kind of like, oh really? I don't know what, because I think it's when they rub their legs together, but
yeah. And I've got these blue things that I bought from Amazon. See, they just stopped. To plug in the wall to get rid of these insects, but it doesn't appear to be working, or it works very slowly.
Well, that's okay, man. With that sound, the only trouble I would have is it would put me to sleep all the time. I love that sound.
Yeah.
When I lived in Puerto Rico for a year, we had like these little, I mean, we had like 9 different kinds of bugs that were all having a little party outside when we were sleeping. And for the first like month or two, it was driving us crazy, but then we got super used to it. And we had totally forgotten about them until we had another visitor come, and they're like, what is that sound? And we were like listening for something. We couldn't figure out what they were trying to find. And then we realized it's all the bug noise that we've like completely just like we've completely ignored it now in our brain.
Yeah, I think when I lived in Arizona, we had noises like that too. And you get used to it. I miss the stars.
Yeah.
I miss thunder and lightning.
Oh, yeah. And Ping, you're out in kind of LA area now?
I'm in Anaheim.
Oh, you're in Anaheim. That's right, because I was wearing that shirt from Paramount, from the Paramount City, or Paramount, as they call it there. I was wearing a shirt from that restaurant, and you're like, oh, I live right down the street from that. That's really cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm just north of Disneyland.
Yeah, which is, that's right near where Ro came from. So we go visit her family there all the time. So Ping, we've probably passed you on the street.
Probably.
You have a lot of lizards in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, actually, there was one time that I woke up and I went to like, I went to go feel my face, because like my face feels kind of weird, and we were in a pretty small place. There's like a couple of us to a room, and I'm feeling my face, and I'm like, this is so weird. Like my skin feels almost numb here. And my buddy looks over and he's like, dude, you got a gecko on the side of your face, and he's like turned the color of your skin. And I realized, and so I'm still poking at him, and then finally he moves, and we had that kind of stuff all the time. We had geckos, and I had a buddy who's sitting there. He was like reading a book, and I come in there, and there's like a cockroach that's like 2 inches big, and it was right on his shoulder. And the way the cockroach was, it looked like the cockroach was reading the same page of the book that he was reading and stuff. It's like you got so desensitized to like creepy crawly and bug things, and it served me well now, but it was definitely like for a Californian in his early 20s going down there and everything, it was definitely an eye-opening experience. But it was good. I think anybody should have that experience where you get out of your comfort zone and you deal with bugs and spiders and all kinds of flying creatures. All right. What did Sadie say? He said sold 1 drill bit since Friday. Now Doug can feel good about his sales. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Sadie. I'll do whatever it takes to feel good about my sales. So much appreciated. Yeah, we've got a big sourcing trip we're going to be taking this afternoon. We're going to 2 separate sources that have offered us a ton of clothing. We're just looking at it though, like we just sorted these 32 bags of clothing and everything, and like the idea of going and picking up like 12 more right now is not the most appealing idea.
Yeah, after I get through packing, I'm headed to the auction house. pick up a ton of more stuff.
That's really cool, man. I love actually hearing Todd about all the stuff that you pick up, and same thing with Bearded Picker. I like the fact that you guys go for the stuff that a lot of people would overlook just because it's not, it's not collectibles, it's not stuff that people really view as like, it's stuff that they would really want for themselves to hang on to long term, which is what a lot of sellers go for. They go for stuff that they know is cool to collect and to gather that kind of stuff. But you guys are really smart about looking at it from like, hey, I don't have to love this stuff, but if it moves, if it makes $1, and if people need it, you guys are really good at spotting those buys. And so it's actually taught Ro and I a lot to kind of source beyond our comfort zone to where we look at stuff. Like, we're not going to just be pigeonholed to looking at stuff that we think is cool. We should also look at things that people need that will definitely move. So you guys are kind of a motivator for that. It's really cool.
Well, I just, when I look at an auction, I'm sitting there going, I can't not buy that because it's just either so cheap or so cool. Like, you're not gonna be able to see the picture very well, but that's a Canon A2300, and that's a Sony CyberShot.
That's super cool.
And
Those cameras,
that's like
move.
$250 worth of cameras.
Hmm.
And I won the lot for $25.
Ooh, good
yeah.
deal.
So that's if these are working, that's a 10x, for 2 out of, they're easy to store and ship.
Yeah, absolutely. How much testing do you do of like camera stuff that you get?
Oh, I test everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
This is a massive lot. I bought like 9 boxes of 2-way Kenwood radios.
Wow, that's cool.
It's like some police force just said, we're gonna step up to newer models, so we'll just sell all these we'll just take all these to the auction.
Yeah.
Now this is a local auction that you do or you go to?
Yeah, it's about an hour drive away.
Oh.
But there's like 50 handheld 2-way, the kind that the cops use with the little,
cool.
they got the microphones, clipped up on their shoulder with the cord that goes down to the 2-way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Those will probably sell super good for you, man. That's really cool.
It's got the chargers and the microphones and
And do you get a lot of people throwing a fit over like, hey, this, you said it was working, it's not working, and all that kind of stuff? Because that's one thing that's kind of kept us from getting too involved with tech stuff, is we didn't want to then become tech support.
Well, I try not to buy things that I don't think I'm going to be able to test.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I sell a lot of stuff. Variety.
Flag statement: police radios are illegal to sell.
No, they're not. They're just a Kenwood 2-way radio. What do you mean they're illegal to sell?
It's so funny. I do think sometimes Lag will sit there and be like, all right, now what's like, how far out there can I get? But it is nice though. He seems to be very considerate about not demonetizing the channel. But he's like, what's the craziest I can get? But where we're just on the side of it being legit, where it won't get removed from the chat.
Hey Sadie, I sold 8 of the outlets. Woohoo! Only 2,392 left to go. Winning!
Oh, that is so funny, man. That is great.
Yeah, I put on the deal. You can buy one for $10, or you can buy two for $10. You know, four for a 15% discount, and then eight for a 40% discount. And they bought eight, so they got a 40% discount.
That's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
you said
only
those are your power plugs, right? Those.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
only
cool.
42 and a half years to go selling those.
Oh man, this is like, whenever I get on here, this is totally like all the times when my dad would take me to like the local coffee shop where all the road worker guys would get together and everything. And it's just like it's the kind of place where all the coffee mugs are super thick. That they get them out of the mug warmer, and you're sipping some coffee that's been sitting there for like the past 8 hours, and you just hear everybody just. I mean, you get everything. You get the whole conversation, man. But it's so great. That's what I love about this show. It's just people sitting around having a cup of coffee talking.
Yeah, they will. I don't even have any grandkids yet, so I need to get my boys in gears. So
Well, I've got two. And that's all I'm going to have.
that's all you're gonna have.
Lag. I'm getting lagged by Doug. I don't like it. So it's funny that that DUG that you're using their lag. I'm like, how long have you known me? Because a lot of my friends that they'll reach out, especially if I haven't talked to them in a while. They'll reach out and be like, "Hey, Doug, DUG." So that's funny. Feels familiar.
Yeah, Sadie's gonna inherit my death pile, so I didn't want to move them. Oh yeah, lag, you can be my grandkid. Yep, yep. Lag.
Yeah. Yeah, if I go, I'm just gonna have them bury me in all of our unused like packing materials. So I'll be buried in like 15 different kinds of bubble wrap and then some paper and
there
some
you go.
packing peanuts.
There you go.
I'll have Ro make a Franken box for me where it's just the combination of like a whole bunch of different boxes that are all taped together. Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
No, I'm going to be cremated. Send my ashes out to sea.
All right.
This is starting to take a turn now. It's everyone in the chat's gonna be like, all right, well, it's like we're gonna be writing our wills up by the time we're finished here if we don't change direction.
That's one thing I have not done yet.
Mr. Sadie
need
pizza
to do it.
boxes. Oh, that's so funny.
He's gonna have an old slice of pepperoni stuck to his cold dead nose.
It was kind of funny.
We're
Like,
not supposed to say dead. The unalive nose.
Okay, all right, that's good to know.
Mm.
It is kind of funny though. Like last year, actually, no, it was 2 years ago. All within the span of 1 week, Ro and I were called by her brother, my sister, and my uncle, all with like, hey, you know what? In case anything happens, either they wanted us to take their kids, or they wanted us to take care of them if something happens. And like it was all in 1 week, and I'm like, was there something on the news that like we didn't hear about where all of a sudden everyone's getting super motivated? So like Ro and I are joking, like there is no chance at this point that we're not gonna end up with somebody, and it's all in the legal paperwork. So, but that's a neat honor. But we feel really glad that they felt comfortable reaching out to us about that. But it was so strange. Spread my ashes in Uncle Todd's pool. Oh, that is so funny. This crew's hilarious.
Yep.
Where's Kent Daigle this morning? Oh, is he on? Oh, Kent, you're on this morning. Didn't know if you were awake, Kent.
Yep. He's around. So, is Primo gonna do a show today?
I think so. I don't think we're doing any lives this week. We're taking a step back and just kind of figuring out what we want to do, if we want to do anything moving forward. YouTube is a lot of work. We appreciate those that do it. Like there's a lot that goes into it. Mr. Sadie, that is truly awesome. Yeah, although the problem is you're gonna get lost in somebody's death pile, and then it will truly be.
Oh.
Oh, did I say it? Oh, did I say it? Well, just edit that out later.
So.
Technically, isn't that all one word? That's all one word.
Death pile. Yeah, whatever. I call it death pile all the time.
That's true. I didn't even think about that right now. Are we like demonetizing a bunch of people for all the mention of that?
Sadie's going to earmark $5,000 in his will so that the ashes get shipped to the next person.
That is
for
so
the next 20 years.
Oh, Kent, have fun packing. You're flying out today. Well,
Thanks,
good
Paul.
to have you with us.
Yeah, I'm probably going to miss Chemo's show today. I'll be on the road getting my auction wins.
Oh, man. Well, you always miss over here. You are hilarious. By the way, too, it's funny. I was going back and I was rewatching that episode with John and Jenna for Flippin' Ain't Easy with the shower, like the shower chair thing.
Oh,
and watching Jenna laugh so hard.
I know, that was funny.
That I was busting up, and the funny thing too is like I was right in the middle of sorting like a huge pile of clothing and everything, and I was like leaning on the pile of clothing laughing. It was so funny.
So yeah, if y'all didn't see that, John was talking about he has a shower chair that also doubles as a bedside potty, and so it has a bowl underneath it and such, and so I tapped in while he was talking about it. I tapped in the chat shower shitter, and Jenna saw that, and she came unglued. She laughed so hard.
Oh man, she was losing it, and then she started to get composed, and then she re-lost it again. That was awesome. Ro was loving that too. It's always nice. At this point, my joy in my life as a husband is just looking over, seeing my wife like crying, laughing. It is just that'll make my whole week, even if everything else is garbage, man. It's so good. And she was laughing so hard at that. Like I appreciate how much Ro really likes Jenna, especially. It's really cool.
Well, I need to get packing. It looks like Tom's not going to get back.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be gone for just a short time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, always appreciate the crew on here. Thanks for having me, Todd and Ping. And the chat always gets us fired up, man. It's really fun.
Yeah, and I want to be like all other channels, so let me just say I love you. I love all y'all out there.
Alrighty.
Oh my God.
That
That's just sarcastic as hell. I probably wouldn't even buy y'all lunch if I saw you.
Oh man, it's so great.
Now you can buy me lunch if you want. Make it perky. Let's have a perky day.
Make it perky. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, thanks to you, Todd. Every time we show up now, the word perky shows up too. It's like I hadn't like heard that word in the past 10 years, and then all of a sudden the crew on here, it's like we're labeled now. I mean, okay, I came in. Let's see, right here. Yeah, Perkyville. It came in with the.
Yeah. Carol Burnett at the end of the show would always yank on her earlobe.
Mm.
And that was her way of saying I love you to whoever it was that knew that.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, hey, appreciate y'all. Hope you guys have an awesome week of sales. And I mean, let's be pleasantly surprised at how many sales that we have. Let's totally rock it.
let's have a
No junk
major
trader.
win.
No junk trader. Taking it too far. Perky pickers. It's no.
So, are you going to do your unboxing show after Primo gets done with his show?
We don't know when we're gonna do it. We had it scheduled for Friday, then we were gonna do it Saturday. We're gonna try sneaking in Sunday. I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna do it. It's our very first one, and I think we're just wanting to make sure that we do it right. So we keep kicking around ideas with it, but we might try it today. We'll see.
All right. Thank you, Pang and Perky, for coming on, and we'll see y'all tomorrow on Tom's show.
It was
Appreciate
fun.
y'all very
If
much.
not before. And then John's show is later this afternoon. Bye.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.